제73회 시청역에서 1호선으로 갈아타세요.
안녕하세요. Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Speak Korean. I'm your host Lisa Kelly and today is our 73rd episode and today's main expression is 시청역에서 1호선으로 갈아타세요, which means please transfer to the first line, which is 시청역. Okay? And today we have, once again, next to me, Stephen. Hello, Stephen.
Hi, Lisa. How you doing? 안녕하세요. I'm Stephen Revere. I'll be coaching you guys through the subway system today. You're going to learn a little bit about how to transfer and move from subway line to subway line, something which both of our students have a lot of experience at, don't you?
Yeah, sure. 안녕하세요, 노미입니다. Actually, today I missed 2 times my subway to went here.
Oh.
And next, I take the subway, and next I fell asleep in the subway. So I went to Panghwa, and so it was
Way
really
far
bad.
out of the way. Uh-huh.
Hello.
여러분 안녕하세요. 저는 Sebastian입니다.
Okay.
And I have to admit that most of the time I take the subway because it's very cheap and very convenient.
Right.
But you can also ride a taxi because it's also cheap.
I think
Sometimes,
the
yeah.
great thing about Korea is public transportation here is so very well developed, it's very convenient, and it's so cheap. When I go back home to visit my mom in the States, it takes me about $40 to $50 from the airport to my mom's house, whereas here, I mean, I would never pay anything more than $10, $15 for the longest distance.
Sure. And you probably, here, you could take the bus from the airport to your house.
And it only costs
And I'll
you-
bet there isn't even a bus, right? That's not even an option, is it?
And by the way, if you ride the bus, you can hear my voice on it.
Oh, is that your voice on the bus?
Right. Anyways, let's get into our lesson. Let's go to Let's Do It.
Let's do it! 서울역에 가려면 어떻게 해야 돼요?
시청역에서 1호선으로 갈아타세요.
Okay, the first expression you just heard is actually a review from several lessons back. So I'm sure you remember this. 서울역에 가려면 어떻게 해야 돼요? How do I get to Seoul Station? Do you remember this? Try that out.
서울역에 가려면 어떻게 해야 돼요?
서울역에 가려면 어떻게 해야 돼요?
Good.
Oh, and your pronunciation's improved a lot. None of the stresses and the accents. Oh, very good.
Thanks to you.
Okay. And now that we've reviewed that, let's check out today's lesson is on 시청역. 시청역, I think you guys have heard that. That's City Hall, okay? 시청역에서 1호선으로 갈아타세요. Please transfer to the first line. The first line is the main line, the very first line that was ever built in Korea. And it hits pretty much the main city
Areas.
areas, right?
They're all very different, aren't they? Each line has its own character.
It's very unique.
The number one line is the oldest, so it has a lot of older areas on it. If when you're traveling and going around and looking at older areas, you end up riding line number
And
one
it
all
usually
the
takes
time.
a little bit more time. You're waiting for the trains a little bit more often. The breaks in between are more frequent.
And the newer lines end up being very frequent
They're
stops.
very nice. The seats are so much more comfortable.
Aren't they more comfortable? Yes.
Right.
The newer lines. But anyway, enough about Seoul subway lines. Right here, you'll notice in the first line, they said, 서울역에 가려면은, right? So there, when you're going to some place, you're just using the 에. 서울역에 가려면. And then in the second one, they said, 에서 갈아타다, right? I've been over this before. When you're doing some sort of action or activity, usually you're going to use 에서 for the location of where you are going to be doing it, okay? And as you noticed, 갈아타다 is to transfer. So let's put into use a piece of grammar that we taught recently. Let's say you're riding some subway line. You don't go all the way to the end, right? You stop in the middle and change trains. So what would you say? 1호선 타다가 갈아탔어요, right? Because in the middle of riding, you changed subway lines. So repeat after me, okay? You're giving directions to somebody coming here. You would say 2호선 타고 가다가 5호선으로 갈아탔어요. Try that.
We try.
Okay.
2호선을 타고 가다가
타고 가다가
5선으로 갈아타세요.
yeah, 타고 가다가 then you're kind of adding two grammar forms together there, two verbs together, right? 타고 가다가 이거로 갈아탔어요.
Well,
Nice.
how about this? You guys all ride the second line, the green line, and then you transfer to the fifth line when you come here. How do you say that?
2호선을 타다가 5호선으로 갈아타고 왔어요.
Good, very good.
2호선에
2호선을
2호선을 타고 가다가 5선으로 갈아탔어요.
Yeah. Lots of prepositions going on here, aren't there? Well, when you're riding a subway line, you're using the object, right? 을 타요, right? 2호선을 타고, right? 타요. And then 에서, when you're going from one place to another, right? 서울역에서 갈아타요. You transfer at Seoul Station. And then 으로 is when you're going to some other place. So 2호선으로 갈아타요.
All right. And
Lots
this
of
doesn't just
prepositions.
pertain to the subway system all the time. Let's say we want to use different types of transportation. For example, you don't always ride the subway. We would ride the subway and then we get off and ride the bus. Or we ride a bus and then ride a taxi. So how do you say ride a taxi and then 갈아타고 change to a bus? 택시를
택시를 타다가 버스를 갈아탔어요.
버스로.
버스로 갈아탔어요.
Okay, very good.
Okay. Or using the structure we're using today, we can say 가다가. Okay, 택시로 가다가 and then to the bus.
Okay. Sebastian, you look okay. That's okay.
to try.
Don't be shocked. We will help you. We
Okay.
will help you. You have helpers.
I can do it.
Okay.
택시로 가다가
Good.
버스로 갈아탔어요.
Very good.
Very
Nice
good.
job.
Okay, how about the train to a boat? Do you know the word for boat? 배. Right, okay.
It's like the stomach.
The stomach, that's right.
The fruit, 배.
That's right.
기차로 가다가 배로 갈아탔어요.
Okay, let's go on to wrap it up.
Wrap it up
With Lisa.
and Steven. 서울역에 가려면 어떻게 해야 돼요?
시청역에서 1호선으로 갈아타세요.
시청역에 가려면 어떻게 해야 돼요?
다음 역이 시청역이에요.
Okay, today was a very good lesson from our previous lesson, a very good review. We got to learn 서울역에 가려면 어떻게 해야 돼요. We got to ask how we go somewhere. And today, we got to respond to that. And I think the subway system here in Korea is very convenient. You've got pretty much a subway stop at every other block, pretty much. And you can, when you want to meet someone and you don't know where you're going, you usually tell them, go to such and such station, and then you can just pretty much meet them there.
And also there are some figures for the exit, so it's very convenient to use.
Right. There's an exit on like every side of the street.
Yeah.
So on some stops such as Sicheong, which we talked about today, there's like more than 12 or 15 exits. It's actually pretty confusing there.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest
Yes.
subway stations in Korea, which is
How do you say
one-
exit? How do you say
Exit.
exit?
출구.
출구 is exit. 출구. And then entrance, 입구. Oh, very good. Yes, yes. 들어갈 입, it means going in somewhere, and 나갈 출 when you're leaving somewhere. Okay, so 출입구 means entrance, exit.
Oh, is it time for us to say goodbye
Yeah,
already?
it's time to say goodbye.
Having so much fun. Thank you. Enjoy this next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.